Welcome to SBS News in Easy English. I'm Greg Dyatt. Ukrainian officials say many are dead and injured after a Russian airstrike on a children's and maternity hospital. The attack took place in the city of Mariupol. Ukraine's President, Volodymyr Zelensky, says Western nations are responding too slowly to the invasion of Ukraine. He wants aircraft banned from flying over his country.
If you are united against the Nazism and this terror, you have to close. Not me. Don't wait me asking you several times, million times, close the sky.
The Queensland government has confirmed the insurance bill for the flood claims so far totals $1.5 billion as communities start to recover. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk says in the Lockyer Valley, 100 properties have been flooded and others experienced significant damage. She says her government will keep working with flood victims.
This is a very big impact from these floods. This natural disaster is felt right across the entire southeast up to Fraser Coast, all the way down to the Gold Coast and the borders.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison says 18,500 more defence workers will strengthen the Defence Force to better manage future threats to Australia. The government has released its plans to increase the permanent defence workforce by about 30% before 2040. Mr Morrison says this significant spend is worth $38 billion.
And with this investment, we're going to make sure that the Australian Defence Forces are a big contributor for generations to come as more and more people take up those careers in our Defence Forces.
The body of cricketer Shane Warne is due to arrive in Australia today. The 52-year-old's body is being flown from Thailand by a private jet to Melbourne after his death at a resort on the island of Koh Samui. A state funeral is set to be held at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Victoria on March 30. A woman has died and 3 young children have escaped unharmed after a house fire in the south of Brisbane. Police are investigating the blaze at a home near Logan just before 3 o'clock this morning. A 33-year-old man from the property suffered burns and was taken to hospital. Novak Djokovic is being forced to withdraw from 2 major tennis events in the United States because of coronavirus protocols. The 20-time major winner confirmed his withdrawal from the events on social media, saying he knew it would be unlikely that he would be able to travel to the US. I'm Greg Dyatt, and this is SBS News in Easy English. Welcome to SBS News in Easy English. I'm Greg Dyatt. Defence Minister Peter Dutton says there are reports to suggest Russia could use chemical weapons in the Ukraine conflict. British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss is backing up these concerns, warning it would be a serious mistake for Vladimir Putin to use those weapons. Mr Dutton has told Channel 7 everyone wants to see a peaceful outcome for Ukraine, but the situation is uncertain.
China can exert influence on President Putin because that's really, as I said, one of the only exit strategies to get Putin out of the Ukraine as quickly as possible.
The United Nations estimates 2.3 million people have now fled Ukraine. Politicians are paying their respects to Victorian Labor Senator Kimberley Kitching, who died suddenly in Melbourne at the age of 52. Labor leader Anthony Albanese says the party is shocked, and many colleagues are posting tributes on social media. Ms Kitching, who died from a suspected heart attack, joined the Senate in 2016 and is being remembered for her advocacy work. New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet has declared it a priority to help residents in the flood-hit Northern Rivers region of the state. Mr Perrottet says finding homes for people, providing financial support, and cleaning up flooded communities are the aims. The state government, together with the federal government, has provided a $551 million housing support package for 25,000 households. Almost $70 million is being spent to combat the outbreak of Japanese encephalitis, which is a virus spread by mosquito bites. It's already being detected across 4 Australian states. There are currently 15 confirmed cases in Australia and 2 deaths have been recorded. The federal government is working with the Australian Institute of Sport to fund more than $1.15 million for sports projects around the country. The grant program will benefit 11 sports to ensure all Olympic, Paralympic and Commonwealth Games sports can grow. The Institute's Alex Newton says the funding will meet the needs of individual sports to enable better planning for the future.
What we're trying to do is build the facility infrastructure for small sports to enable them to train and compete to the best that they can to perform at the Olympic and Paralympic Games.
I'm Greg Dyett, and this is SBS News in Easy English.